So it's 6 in the morning here in British Columbia, Canada, Delta, Ladner, and good old Heavy Hands hasn't slept. Another sleepless night. You know, I put my quilt, my bed quilt, in the washing machine yesterday. I put it in the dryer 4 times on high for 60 minutes each time. I thought it was dry when I pulled it out of the dryer the last time, but lying down for it with it for after an hour, I realized it was still wet. So it probably would have been better to take your quilt to the dry cleaners. I think. I don't know. I'm just not good at that sort of stuff. I guess that's the negatives of being a bachelor. So this was a wood carving I did on my own. It was one of the stumps I found on Vancouver Island. See, it had the rock here. For all you guys remember that, I said it looks like a face. But so what I did is I carved a eye. There's kind of like a eye right there, and then I carved a eye in the rock, and I carved nostrils in the nose, and gave him a happy face down here. Well, I didn't like the carving, so last night when I was before, I thought I'd stay up a bit late and work on this when it was quiet and listen to some music. I carved this Dremel with this rock with a diamond burr too. I thought I would make you know make something useful out of a not very good carving. The wood, you can look here on the nose. The wood was rotten. I tried to carve it deeper, and then it started falling apart, so I just left it. So then I have so much of these little crystals around. These are, let's see if we can show you a better one. These red crystals, they're real quartz crystals, but they're just soaked in dye. Then I have some other quartz crystals here. There's a bigger one. But I got so much friggin' crystals. I went crystal crazy buying last year. I got like, and then my buddy Stu's friends with that rock guy. I've been to a store on my other channel. You guys seen that I can get like a huge bag of quartz crystals like this for so cheap. I got a huge box. I got a bag of crystals like this with probably 300 or 400 crystals in it. So then I carved this. I think that means protector. Like this happy guy here. You can see kind of if you look at it this way. There's the eye. There would have been another eye there. I gave him teeth, so he's got crystal teeth. There's his bottom lip. Anyways, that's what I do on my quiet time. Something like this. It's hollow, so you can't really make it a tea light holder or a plant holder. So this is something that I'll give away to the to a friend. So just carved this Mr. Pooh head a couple years back with some seagulls and a moon. Hi there, I'm Mr. Pooh head. Just kidding. I carved it. Don't even know why I brought it out. So just carve Rob is sure getting good at carving the little caricatures. Sorry, I can't say it. Not characters, but caricatures or whatever they're called. Like this pumpkin and this pumpkin king he carved for me because one year I carved so many pumpkins he had to carve me a pumpkin king with a pumpkin king throne chair. He's also got a gnome king carved with a gnome king chair too, so I'm gonna have to carve a bunch of gnomes so I try and get that gnome king. This one that he carved for me a few years back, we did Oscar the Grouch giveaway challenge, and there's Jordy carrying a balloon with Oscar on the Grouch. 2JJ 2020, Robert Vreeland, and he carved this little reindeer. This Christmas, he sent these to me as a Christmas gift with like this. Look how good that is, man. That is freaking good. That is really good. Just carve, Rob. You're getting so good, man. You really are. I knew there was a reason you were my one of favorite. You and Ben Studio and Lake are my favorite channels. He carved me the Sasquatch 2021 TD RVTD 2021. And he got his little staff here. I have another box of all his little characters, like little gnomes and stuff they did. So I've always wanted to have a little shelf for just carve Rob carvings to put in my bedroom. Because they're my favorite carvings. And that's where I watch TV is lying in bed smoking cigarettes, eating rice. So this shelf here, I bought it at a thrift store. How much was it? I think it was a little bit expensive, but that's okay. $8. It something $8. So I'm pretty sure it's cedar. How do I know it's cedar? Well, I can tell by the grain. I've carved so much cedar, I know it's cedar. Got to get rid of all these ugly flowers. I think they're ugly. You might not think they're ugly for all the ladies watching this, but you know, stuff's kind of dated. This is for like a kind of a country theme. So I'm gonna carve this, and I'm out of my mind. Yeah, I know. And well, I'm just gonna do it. So right here, this would be kind of edge grain, face grain. Let's see if you can get better in here. I don't want to knock over his little carvings. But this is kind of edge grain. See the way the lines come down, but it also tilts this way, so it could be, it's half edge grain, half face grain. This one is pretty well edge grain. I don't like carving edge grain, but don't care. I'm going to carve it. You know, when you get something like this, you got to think, does it have a finish on it? I think this might have been a plate for plates or something. A shelf, because it got the lip there. I don't care about that lip. It's got to have some kind of finish on it. Was it wax they put on it? Was it oil they put on it? Who knows what it was, what they put on it. But so I think when you're going to do a carving like this, you're better off. This is going to be, I'm just going to carve this fast for myself. I'm not trying to be anybody fancy or anything crazy. But I'm telling you, you guys think I can carve a wood spirit on there? See how thin that is? Friggin' rights, I'm going to carve a wood spirit on there. And I'm going to carve a wood spirit on here too. Pretend you're doing a side view wood spirit. Well, there's going to be two side views on this one. And in here, this is kind of a tricky spot to carve because you got the top here, and you're gonna have problems removing wood whenever you carve in here. But I'm thinking about doing one of my eagles with the tucking in face. What I call it, the spy or something. An eagle wing, and the face tucks under there. But I don't know. We'll see. So the first thing I got to do is take all these little discard Rob things off the table, drink some coffee, got to wait a little bit. Look, it's already 7 minutes. Man, I might as well just upload this video just talking for 7 minutes. Kind of ridiculous, isn't it? You guys think I talk too much on my videos or not? Hi, Ben. Studio on the Lake. I'll tell you one thing. Like when I don't sleep and I go beachcombing, that's when I friggin' talk lots. I talk the most when I don't sleep, which is kind of odd. Anyways, we're artists. We're all odd in our own ways. This Santa cross-eyed. He's got one eye on today and one eye tomorrow. I don't know how you can carve those little tiny eyes, Rob. Just friggin' fantastic, buddy. Fantastic. And I'm sure everybody that watches this video would say the same thing too. Just Carve Rob Carving is his YouTube channel. I think it's just Rob Carving. Crafts and Hobbies. And airgun shooting. Oh yeah, for all you that don't know, he carved a little Geordie worm. But that Geordie worm has a better beard than I can grow. But yeah, he's got glasses there. He's bald. Because I'm bald like that. And yeah, there's a little Geordie worm on a flying pig. I carved the flying pig. You guys ever see a flying pig? I gotta hang this back up in that corner there again soon. Because this is like the Carve Infusion mascot. Yep. Anyways. Hello. Another thing too about Just Carve Rob. Sometimes in my older videos I'd say, I'm coming for you, Just Carve Rob, I'm coming for you. Then Just Carve Rob would make a video the next day or something. He's like, I don't know what Jordy's talking about, coming for me. Like, I don't have any problems. I don't know why he says he's coming for me. That's because he just avoids the conflict. Just definitely 100% avoids the drama. But I'm coming for you this time, Just Carve Rob. I'm coming for you. I got a couple mandrels loaded, ready to go. I'm gonna have to redo this one. But also, I bought this sandpaper, this kind, to see how well it would last. It lasted pretty good, but I think you get better off getting this stuff with the cloth back. Get these mandrels on Amazon. Anyways, carry on. So this shelf here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to carve it. Well, I'm not going to carve where I'm tapping, but I'm going to put a finish on it. So, like I say on all my other videos, when you're carving a piece of old wood or something, sand that carve the areas, like pretend it's a piece of driftwood. Carve the area or sand the area that you're going to carve, because that way you can see what's inside the dirty wood, outside, inside of the bark or whatever it is, if that makes sense to you guys. So this, I want this all to be the same color, so I need to sand this whole thing before I start carving. Then I can see what's happening. You can see I got these all locked and loaded with new sandpaper. I'd like to also take a second to give a big shout out for somebody that's super supportive in the community on Facebook World of Woodcarving Original. And on these videos, he leaves lots of comment. And also, him and his wife bought a carving. They live in Australia. It's shipping to them right now. His name and her name is Frank and beautiful Debbie Havana. No, Havinh. Havana. Frank and beautiful Debbie Havana. Thanks so much for buying the carving and Frank. Thanks your contributions towards Carving Fusions does not go unnoticed. So I just want to say thanks a lot. Okay, so it's going to fire up the dust collector table here and start sanding. Do not run your Dremels full speed when you're using these. You will fry your Dremel. It creates, this big thing here creates too much friction on the motor. Trust me, I've blown too. Even though you have to turn it down to less than half speed, if you're going to run a full blast with these things, you're going to fry your Dremel. Trust me, I've blown up about 10 of them from doing it because I got no patience. Also, I might as well keep going on about these mandrels. When you order this from Amazon, I'm going to leave a link to the description. I think there was only 5 sets left when I gave the description for Amazon for these mandrels like this, okay? You do not need the washers in them. You can take the washers out. They'll just take up space. Make sure, like I said, I'm going to leave the link to these ones so you know that you're getting the right ones below in the description, all right? If you bought up, I think you get like 5 for $10, I'd make probably 30 cents. But every drop makes a puddle, so it's all support, and thank you, everybody. But make sure you get these ones, not these ones. I bought this pack just to show you guys. Look, these were $10 too, and I bought these just to show you guys. This is what I started out using. These are the little Dremel ones. Look at the size difference. Make sure you get the ones with the big, like if you can tell it, look at the picture, make sure the bottom piece there, see the bottom has a big flare on it, because make sure you look and find the right ones. These ones don't have flares, but these will look a lot bigger in the pictures, okay? Make sure you get the one with the flare on it. Don't want you to waste your money like I have, but I wasted this money on purpose. You want these just carved, Rob? Look, here's more waste of money. These are abalone stars. I thought I was going to get them like big. They look big in the pictures, but look how big they are. What am I supposed to do with this little thing? What am I supposed to do with that? Anyways, I'll figure it out one day. Maybe pour some epoxy and dump these in there or something. I'll figure it out. I got to start using up my stuff like this. I just got too much junk. You guys want me to keep on talking? I can keep on talking, not even carve. I'd kind of rather talk and not carve, tell you the truth, but let's carry on and get this sanded. Big shout out to Ben Studio on the Lake. Oh, I gotta have another break before I do this because I don't even really want to do it. I know what would you say? Digging too far that I want to dig? Or walking too far that I want to walk? Running too far that I want to run? I don't know what the saying is. Putting too much dinner on my plate that I can eat? How about taking too big of bites? Jumping a ditch that's too wide? Climbing the mountain that's too high. That's what it is. No, climbing a mountain that's too steep. Going into an outhouse to find out there's no toilet paper. Bit off more than I could chew. You guys remember the fan that I put on top of my dust collector table? Like up there? Well, I just cleaned the filters, so let's put the filters in there. You can see how clean they are. They're pretty clean. Let's put the filters in there and see how dirty they are by the end of this video. Okay, there they are back there. Okay, so that's all that I used of the flap sander. So I got those ones on standby for other projects. Um, I spoke too fast. This is definitely not cedar. I'm thinking that it's oak because if you see those little cracks in there, like oak has little holes in it, like you see that, for example, that could be a crack. But I'm just thinking that it's oak. I haven't carved too much oak really. We don't have a lot of oak around here. I was thinking it was cedar because of the wide grain, but that's face grain like this. So I don't know. I really don't care. But no, I don't think it's oak. You would see more of those little holes in there. You know how they have those little grain hole kind of things? Who knows? It might be cedar. We'll find out more because this is, you got to remember, this is an old piece, right? And also, everybody, if you buy something from a thrift store, you know, usually when if you buy something from a thrift store, this could have come from somewhere in America where they have a different, this could have been built in America where they have something different kind of trees, right? So, you know, even you can find that ebony wood at thrift stores. You can find those African little statue things. So it's a good way to find yourself foreign wood is at the thrift stores, that's for sure. So now let's get these wood spirit. I'm not going to film too much carving on this video, but I'm just going to show you guys kind of what I'm up to. Let's get a wood spirit carved here and one here, and then we'll focus on the eagle. Someone asked me in my last live video, and I wasn't able to respond, how small can you carve wood spirits? Well, all you have to do is draw it on a smaller scale. That's all. I've carved super small wood spirits. You know, you have a little small piece of wood, carve yourself a small wood spirit. Just kind of make the nose thinner and everything smaller, and use smaller bits. But I think I'm going to start off with this Kutzall taper burr. This is the silver one. Let's see how this works. I would like to use my the 3-point cutter to do this, but I'm not too sure how chippy this wood is, because if you're carving chippy wood with these ones, well, the wood chips out. So, you know, maybe I will start off with this one, try it, and see what happens. See, I got a 3-point cutter in there. Just so you guys know, like when I'm doing this, I'm not going for crazy detail. I'm just doing the basic thing of a wood spirit. Just cut out, make the nose pop off, carve the eyes, carve them hollow eyes, give them hair up here, and then carve some beards down here. Why I chose this spot is because, well, it's a perfect spot to do the cut in, and then his hair can come up here, right? So you'll see it on the shelf there, when the shelf's on the wall. All right, 1 cup of coffee later, one wood spirit, two wood spirits. That one has a bottom lip, and this one has an open lip. Like I said, everybody, just simple, basic little wood spirits. Just use smaller burrs. I was talking to Rob. I asked him if he thought it was oak. He says it looks like pine to him. And I'll when I do the editing of the video, you guys will see where I cut really deep with that bit. I said, "Yep, this is when I found out it was pine." So this is pine. Now to draw the eagle on. Yep. All right, so I got it laid out. So the center, boom. Here would be the center here. So I want to offset this eagle a bit over this way because I would like to carve a red half a sun up in this corner here, or a moon. I forget how to do this. It's like the on my other channel I did chainsaw carving when I was at Ryan Cook's place there, and I did eagle. It's in my backdrop at my chainsaw carving tent right by the flag. It's like an eagle's wing stretched out with the eagle's head tucking down his wing. So I don't know if I should use a pencil right now or screw it. Let's just go for it. So this will be its wing. Then we'll get it to come up like this. This pen's kind of getting dull. And then bring it down like this. So you got your top part of the wing. Excuse me if you guys heard that. This will be little feather things. And then, oh boy, I kind of forget how, I think this kind of goes like this. Actually, no, this one comes down and goes like this. That's what we'll do anyways. If you guys can even see with this late pen, and then we'll do some, man, I'm just kind of, got to make the eagle come back here too, right? So the eagle will be here. Then its head up here, and then tucking down like this. Then his eye will be right here. I'm going to revert back to my old style eagle, the kind of native. See how it's kind of tucking behind the wing? And these wings kind of go like this. I believe. And these ones will go like this. Copy me? And then we'll give them more of a texture to them though. And these ones will do the same thing but a little bit bigger. But these ones branch out and they're the wing, longer feathers. Then we'll just kind of tuck them in like this. The more movement you have, like nice S lines, the nicer it will look. And then up in this corner, we'll kind of do like Do I got a round thing? But we'll just do like a red kind of moon up here. I don't know. Just about having fun and just challenging yourself and carving deeper. I think to cut around this eagle, to make the eagle pop off, um, I'll use a 3-point cutter because I know it cuts good. I'll just cut around the shape, and then because it's going to be hard to remove the wood up in here because I can't get to it this way. So I'll use this. I'll try this one. I wish I had the silver one of this. This is the extreme, but it's kind of worn out on the bottom. Well, it's gummed up. I gotta ungum it. All I do, you guys can use your torch. Kutzall suggests you use your torch, but I got this little jeweler's thing. So I'll put it on my Dremel, go like this and clean it. And remove some of the wood that way. And we'll just see if it works out or not. Do I need to have the... I don't think I need to have the body in there. I think it kind of looks... I think I'm going to have to. Well, I don't know. What we can do is we can make this artistic and kind of branch off like here. And just kind of bring it around. It's just a experiment. It's always an experiment when you're doing something like this. Just make sure that you're having fun. Okay, so let's turn the fan on. That was super hard on the ears. You see how this burr? See that piece of wood that chipped off there? They're like chisels that spin super fast. So let's see, let's do this one now. This might be hard for you guys to see on that camera. Yeah, this burr's done. I'm going to use this little Kutzall saw thing, just to kind of give it a little bit of an undercut. Yeah, that's better. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm still not done. You know, I'd be a hypocrite because you can see my cut line in there, and I always tell you guys, suggest you guys to remove your cut lines. See the bump in there? I give it a little undercut. So what I should really do, but my eyes are getting pretty heavy, I should remove more of this wood so it's more sloped back. Like, because you can see it's like a fast downhill, like this in there. But if I slope this wood back more, it won't look like this was carved in. And then you got a sharp brim around it. If you're following me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this. I'm running my the one that the subscribers helped me buy, the ram carver. I did use this extreme burr with it, and it worked good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this extreme burr and try and make a background with lines going, waves and stuff going along, but I can't really get too close to those wings. But I think I'm probably, on this piece, I'm probably better off doing the background first. I got to put my tape on. See my fingers getting dented from that, from holding the flex shaft. But I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm just letting you guys know how I'm thinking, right, to get this done. So I got it set at running 30,000 RPMs. Let's try it out. That's okay. Okay, so you can see that that worked out pretty good for me. I couldn't get in there around the wing because it would carve into the wing. You can see there, it kind of hit the side of the moon. That's no big deal. What I thought I'm going to try is this. This is a saber-tooth burr. This is the orange one. This is the super aggressive. A little bit too aggressive for the flex shafts, if you ask me. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get in there. I turn my Dremel down a lot lower because when these things spin slower, they leave bigger marks from the teeth, from the little pointy things, right? So I think I might be able to, let's see here. I think I might be able to get in here and go like this to make the lines kind of go a bit closer to the, well, let's just try it right now. Let me close the window. Oops, wrong pedal. Now I got to look at that, see how that looks. Well, they're not as deep and clean as, you see those little cuts? That's from that. So I don't know. If I was going to do that there, I'd have to do it on the whole piece. So I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It's okay. I got the cut mark there. It's fine. It's all the way around it. Yeah, I've had enough of this. I'll sand. What I'll do is I'll get my sander and sand this nice all the way around it, and so it blends all this like skylines and stuff in here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out my little flap sanders and go all the way around here, so it makes a nice smooth sanding all the way around. I'm not going to film, but I'm going to do that now. So it is better, and I'm happier with that. You can still see there's a bump there, but what can you do? You know, like I'm not trying to carve a trophy here for the PGA golf tournament. So now what I'm going to do is I got this little tiny aluminum triple cutter on here. I'm going to cut this feather line here. I'm going to push the head back. I'm going to curve it deeper. And I'm going to do cuts here and just kind of make everything work. Yep. Okay, so I did the original cuts with that burr. Then I switched to this burr. Now I'm going to start tapering them back. So it's like this overhangs this. Okay, this overhangs this, and this overhangs this. And then I got to carve this eagle head farther back. Now for the undercut. Okay, there you guys can see the wing. This is overlapping this. The undercut, it's overlapping this and the undercut. I did carve in the eye because I was just kind of concentrated, but I have an undercut bump right here. See that? So this is like a flat-headed diamond burr. I'm just going to go along and sorry. Better, much better. You see, it helps to have so many different kind of burrs. This burr, I'm going to go closer to the sun now. It might not be the exact same texture as that other burr, but I don't think anybody would notice if they were going to buy this piece. And this piece will never be for sale, so. Okay, so here you can kind of see the wing patterns I got it drawn. It's better if you do an S shape, but I just can't focus enough right now to do the S shape. I'm going to use this little cutter, and I'm going to undercut this way. So this part of the wing's overhanging this, undercut, 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 undercut for all of them. And up here, I haven't decided what I'm going to do because I haven't done this with the Dremel tool yet. I usually get my chainsaw and go like this. Just make some quick feather marks. But wish me luck. Then I got to carve this part right out. I got to get rid of that and carry on those lines down there somehow. It's going to be tricky here. The more of an angle I hold this handpiece on, the better undercut you'll get. Just take your time, let the burr do the work. Well, I can truthfully say it doesn't get any more carving fusion than that. And that, my friends, was a royal pain in the butt. I could do wood burning on underneath each wing there, but it's just fine the way it is. It's just fine the way it is. What I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm going to stain just this background. I'm going to leave the eagle the way it is. I'm going to leave the sun the way it is. I'm going to put poly shade on the background here, but I got to tape the eagle. No, I don't have to tape it. So there it is. It's not perfect. By all means, it's not perfect, but there's the spy. There's the spy mini form. Nope, tape it off, Jordy. Tape it off. Because when you go like this with the brush over in this part, you're going to drip it on there. I know you are, Jordy, so just tape it off. Okay, so this is my favorite color. Poly shade. It's Bombay Mahogany. I'm going to concentrate doing this. So I'm just going to show you guys me putting it on. Make sure you mix up these cans good because the color sometimes likes to sit on the bottom if you haven't used it in a while. So yeah, that's about that. How about I get this all done and then I'll be back. Now because I didn't do any burn lines in there, I can see it's already starting to travel up the sun. Anyways, I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to have to look back at this video when I'm editing it and see if I want to leave all that silly talk at the beginning. Sometimes I just get a little bit carried away. But most of my regular subscribers know that I talk lots about feathering away your undercut. Well, here's proof about feathering away your undercut. On this side right here, I was so lazy to feather that away because it was super hard to get in there because this wall was here. So I didn't feather it away that good there. So you can see where it's there's just like a cut line right there. And I was getting lazy here too. See the dent there from the stain. The stain friggin' highlights things. You know, it highlights things. This looked a lot better before it was stained, I tell you that much. But I don't care. Once this dries off, I'm going to sand this really good with just like hand sandpaper to get some highlights. And I'll try and sand in these dark spots. I'll try and sand in there too. This wing is kind of flat, like it's kind of square looking. I wish I would have put more movement in the bottom, but it's okay. It was my first one to do with the Dremel. I am going to paint this black, the wing black. Then I'm going to sand the high points, but I got to wait for this stuff to dry. So that's it. Is it worthy, Just Carve Rob? You tell me. Is it worthy to hold the Just Carve Rob caricatures? I'll show you guys a video when I get it up on the wall in my bedroom. I carved a tree with chainsaw, and it's by the letter that my mom wrote me before she passed away. But I don't like that tree. It looks kind of like there's a dink hanging on it, so I'm going to get rid of that tree, and I want to get this up there with all Just Carve Rob's little caricatures. But I'll show you guys a video once it's up. But and then you'll see the wings painted black, and I'll do some sanding to sand the high points, and I'll try my best to sand inside here too to get rid of those bad marks. Anyways, it was a fun project. I'm super tired. It's like noon now, so what did this take me? What time did I start this at? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 hours. These wood spirits took me like 10, 15 minutes each. So this took me like, I had some breaks. I got one more cup of coffee here, but this cup of coffee is not, even if I pound it, and this is strong coffee with cream in it, even if I pound this back, I am still going to pass out. I don't care. It's daytime. I don't care. I need to sleep. Thanks for watching, everybody. And forgive me if I post the silliness in the beginning of this video. It's just me being silly and having fun. That's all. Talk to you later. Carving Fusion. Over and out. I forgot one thing to finish off this video. We got to check the filters in here. Well, you can see there all the dust it got. So that fan works good. I'm telling you, like if I don't clean it for like 4 carvings, this whole stuff is all full of dust. So that fan that I made works grand. Anyways, that's all. So this video must go on. I went to sleep for about an hour. I woke up and I said to myself, well, I'm just not satisfied with that piece, and I can't hang it up in my room, and I got to make Just Carve Rob proud. So you can see there, I sanded a lot more, kind of like it's the wings blowing out the wind, and the wind's coming from the back of it, or whatever you want to think. All right. So, and then I painted it, and then I hit the high point with the sander. So here's the story. Also, I want to say about this piece. You know, I was thinking about it, and it's going to be a video on YouTube, and there's a lot of beginning carvers that follow me. So, and I'm saying this in a very humble way, like without sounding arrogant, because I'm just an average carver just like you guys, but there is a lot of new wood carvers that follow what I do. So it's kind of like leading by example, right? Don't quit till you're satisfied. I'm way more satisfied now. Way more satisfied. Okay. So the thing is, when I was sanding this, see those bumps right there? I thought they would be just like, I thought they were just like bumps in the wood, just like whatever, anything, just like that little bump there. But no, they're steel. I thought there was like a nail in the back or something. So I looked on the back and there was nothing in the back, but then I looked here because I thought these were wood dowels. Well, they're not wood dowels, they're just wood plugs. So obviously they screwed this piece together. So when I was doing my research, I flipped the piece around. Yes, I signed it. And then boom, I see that. J. Campbell, Country Wood Designs, White Rock, British Columbia, Canada. White Rock's like 20 minutes away from me. So there you go. Like when you get something from the thrift store, you might want to do a little beat research. There's my 100% laziness right there. Anyways, that's the story. Yep, do your research if you want. I don't know, I'm not really one of those guys, but I tried to Google the company or the design things and nothing came up and I couldn't be too bothered. So that's it, everybody. I hope it's we can finish this video off with a happy ending. Don't get any more carving fusion than that. No, you do not. I'd like to see some of you guys try eagle like this, sneak, or the spy, or the lawyer, or the crook, anything. Have fun, everybody. Carry on. Carving fusion. Over out. Don't shit your... One more thing. Do you approve Just Carve Rob? Do you approve to have all the little Just Carve Rob caricatures on this piece? Do you approve of this piece?